Here's a rock, and it says on it, point of decision. What does that mean? Well, this rock is right near the Oregon Trail, and this is the point where the pioneers coming down the Oregon Trail had to make a big decision. And the decision was, should they take the low road and build a raft, and right up behind us is the Columbia River, and raft down the Columbia River and have to go over the cascades and the waterfalls, a lot of treachery that way. Or should they go that way and go up over the mountains and take what's called the Barlow Road, which was a very hard and arduous journey up over the mountains, and then the Barlow Road was a toll road and they had to pay a cost to take that road. So right here, they had to make that decision. This way on the river, this way on the mountains. Right today, you are at a point of decision. Which way are you going to go? Heaven or hell? Why do I say that? Because it's a decision we all have to make. And it's made based on whether you realize something about yourself and what you need to do about it. And that is that you are not good enough to go into heaven. To get into heaven, you have to be perfect. But let me ask you some questions. Have you ever told a lie? Have you ever taken something that does not belong to you? That's called stealing. Even downloading copyrighted music from the internet. Have you ever used God's name as a curse word or to express surprise or in a way that you shouldn't be using God's name? That's called blasphemy. It's very serious. You're taking the name of God, the God who created you, who gave you everything, including the air that you breathe, and you're using it as a curse word, something you wouldn't even do with your own mother's name. Jesus said in Matthew 5 that if you look with lust, that you have committed adultery in your heart. Have you ever done that? And those are just 4 out of the 10 commandments. If you've broken any one of them, you've broken God's law. And just like here on earth, if you break the law, there's a penalty that you've earned. And you've earned the penalty for breaking God's law, which is hell. In other words, you are going, here's the decision point, the road to hell. But now I've got some good news. And the good news is that 2,000 years ago, Jesus died on the cross to pay the penalty that you owe. The example that I like is a courtroom example. I've done something seriously wrong, for example, and I'm in the courtroom, I'm guilty, the judge says the fine's $1 million, and I don't have $1 million, which means I'm going to go to prison for life. But then somebody comes into that courtroom, they pop open a briefcase, and inside is $1 million, they pay the fine that I owe. What happens to me? I go free. My fine is paid. That's what Jesus Christ did 2,000 years ago. He paid the fine that you owe as a penalty for sin. But what if the guy comes into the courtroom, opens up the briefcase, and I say, well, no thank you. I don't really believe that that's $1 million. I don't believe that you're offering it as a gift. I just don't like the way you look, and I don't accept that free gift. What happens to me then? I have to pay the fine myself. That means I go to prison forever. And it's the same with God. If you don't accept the gift of life that Jesus Christ has given to you through his death on the cross, then you pay the fine yourself. So that's the decision. Do you reject the gift that God is offering? Point of decision. Take that road, or do you accept the gift that God is offering? That road. It's your decision.